Hello and welcome along to the Bunch of Punts Betting Podcast, your specialist show for football long shot bets. We're both a little bit, well, I don't know if Matthew still is, but we're both a little bit snoozy and hungover today. But we've previewed the midweek Premier League action. We've got a smattering of VFL as well. I've gone for a familiar goal scorer. Matthew's gone for a centre-back goal scorer, a massive price. He said it's his favourite bet in a long time. We've also combined for a Pod Trixie, 3 teams at a little over 82 to 1. Remember, this is a gambling show, so it's 18s only, and please remember to gamble responsibly. Let's get into it. So do you want to talk about the weekend results?
What, bunch of punts or personal results for footy?
The Bunch of Punts betting results.
Yeah, I don't think I had a single winner.
Yeah, it was terrible. I am now 26 without a win. And as I said, for the weekend, my last winner was the one I just nabbed off Matthew. But if you told me Tanaka got booked, if you told me Tanaka got booked, Swansea drew at Ellen Road, and there was 4 goals in the Rotherham Crawley game, I'd have gone, how much have I won? How much have I won? I must have done about at least 20 points there. But no, Tanaka got booked from the bench, so that was void. Swansea equalised last kick of the game, so the keeper had no chance of getting fucking carded. Crawley won 4-0 at Rotherham. They were 9-2, and I said it. I'm being greedy. What are you doing? Just have them to win. It's big enough. You knew they were going to win. Fucking knobhead. Kone didn't do much. Mickey Dimitri, I don't think he did anything. But I'm really annoyed. Fucking stupid.
At least you went close. I don't think I went close to any of them.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen any highlights from National League, so I don't know how close Shade or the other two went, but didn't score. Can't remember I think that was it for National League. And then EFL Newport got beat 2-0. Fucking Bristol Rovers got beat 2-1, 1-0 down after a minute. Just was shocking.
Boo. Yeah, one of them ones, innit? You judge one of them ones. I am now, though. Let me have a look. Minus 14 points. Bloody hell. But if I would have just had Crawley or Tanaka actually fucking started, green and green. Fucking hell. Right. This week, then.
But with long shots, though, it doesn't take much to turn it around.
I
There's variant. There is big swings and variance with long shots, so it don't take much.
Yeah, it only a month or so ago, I was up like 20 points. Whoopsie. Classic. Right, there's some football. Premier League's back in it, and we've got Championship League 1, League 2 to go at. We'll kick off in the Prem. Go Emirates first, because I've got a bet. You've got a bet from this game, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just Willian 2 shots at 3.4. As ever, we've used StatSub for the stats and easy to filter per 90. Purely, Williams had 2 shots in both his starts so far. Fulham should be chasing the game. I can see Arsenal going into a lead, and then just so for the narrative as well, he's to play for them. And obviously, we've got the protection of Super Sub on 365. So if William does have an early shot, get subbed off because he is an old man now. Someone like Sessignon or someone could come on for him and just have another. So yeah, 3.4 for 2 shots for William. It's my first bet.
Lovely stuff. He is an old man now, but he's still got a little baby face, hasn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's very young looking. I think he's about 37 though.
Is he
38? Yeah. I think he's because I completely missed that he'd come back, and I was watching him play against Palace at 12:30 on the telly, and I just saw him there. I was like, what's he doing at Fulham?
36 years old. Close. He looks
No
genuinely
cigar.
early 20s.
Yeah, I'd ID him if I worked at St.
I went to Aldi the other day and got some beers, and the woman said, "Oh, let's have a look at your ID." And then I looked at her, and then she said, "Oh, actually, you're all right."
I got
Free
ID'd from
cheeky cow.
Monster a few weeks ago.
That's 16, isn't it?
I was getting a meal deal, and then like I went to get one, and then the lady sort of asked me for ID, and I sort of like, because someone did it with me like a week before, like jokingly, so I sort of laughed, thinking she was taking a piss. She looked at me, stone cold face. I was like, oh god. I was like, I don't have any on me because I just been barbers, and then I had to trudge back all the way from self service, like so, like the big Tesco as well. I had to walk past everyone with like my Monster. It's the worst thing ever.
Unlucky. My bet from this game, I'm doing Fulham to win. And I don't know if I've got some bias because we're on Fulham top 4, top 5, top 6. So I don't know if I'm looking at them with rose-tinted glasses at the minute, but their record against the big boys is absolutely stunning. 10 games, 6 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats. They drew in the reverse, drew at Anfield. So I think, what is it, 8-1 bet Victor? I think I've tracked it as. Is that the best price? Sorry, let me just check. Yeah, 8-1 bet Victor, 8-1 generally, 15-2 most other places. Record against the top 10 is brilliant. They were knocked out in the FA Cup against Palace on Saturday, which is brilliant news, I think, for the European bets. But they lost 3-0, but it was never a 3-0er. They got an XG of what? 0.22. That was the difference between the two sides, like 0.2 of an XG. It was like a smash and grab. But basically, it means the sole focus is on the league. And I look at Arsenal, and they're 12 points off the title, 10 points clear of fifth. They've really struggled since Kai Havertz got injured in terms of goals, so it's going to be fine margins. And
But have you seen Saka might be back?
oh god.
Yeah, Arteta's hinted Saka could be back.
But Saka or no Saka, 8 of
Yeah.
14 games against top half teams have ended draws for Arsenal. I think they just completely fell away. So I've had a couple of points on Fulham on the Asian handicap, but for the long shot show, I've also had some. I've had half a point on them to win. I just think they're too big. Just reminded me then. Did Forest won on pens, didn't they? Palace won.
Yeah.
That must have been an awful weekend for you.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, I sort of got. I said to him because I watched the Palace game and then went to the pub before the footy. Was at the pub having my pints and then tracking my ACCA and last man standing and bets, and then obviously Leeds conceding last minute, fucked my ACCA and my last man standing. Then I said to my mates, if Brighton lose later, it's the worst day of my life, and fucking lost on penalties.
God bless you. That's awful.
And you know, on last week's pod, I said I think Fulham and I think Palace and Forest are too big at their prices,
Yeah.
but I can't back it. So that obviously that one as well, which I wasn't on.
Bloody hell. God bless you. I think stay in the Prem because you got a couple more there, aren't you? Forest, Man United, you got a little bet builder. Not so little bet builder actually. 10-1 in it.
Yeah, so I've gone Anderson 2,000, Garnacho 2 shots on target, which is 11, 10-1. Again, super sub's a game changer here. It's won 4 of the last 6 for Anderson with super sub. He's averaging just shy of 2,000 a game, I think. Obviously, that will increase with super sub. Proper dirty little bastard, but brilliant player. And then you've got Garnacho, who's had 2 shots on target in 3 of his last 5 games. He's averaging 1.54 per 90. He should get 60 or 70, I reckon. And obviously, if he comes off, it should be a striker coming on for him, probably Xerxes or someone like that. So, yeah, again, super sub helps there. So, Anderson 2,000, Garnacho 2 shots on target at 11.
Nice. May as well round off the other Prem game, Brighton Villa. Another bet builder, aren't you?
Yeah, so it's a familiar bet for me for Brighton. Minter 3 tackles, and I've coupled it with Rashford shot on target, and that comes to 3.25. So Rashford's shot on target record at United was appalling. It was low, but since he's come to Villa, he's rejuvenated. He's had shot on target in 4 out of his 5 starts, only failing against Chelsea when he was subbed at half time. And I didn't catch the Preston game. because I was in a hungover slumber, but I think he was up front and got a brace. So yeah, he's averaging more shots on target now. So certainly looks an appealing price. And then Minter, I say it every week. Last few games, this includes super sub. He's had 6, 8, 3, 2, 7, 1, 5, 4, 3 tackles. And then I don't know how many he had against Forest. So that didn't include the Forest numbers. He had like flipping ridiculous amount. I checked after that half an hour. He was on 4. So yeah, Minter just loves the tackles. Obviously, don't know if he'll play because he just ran himself into the ground on the weekend for 120 minutes. He might be rested, but if he does start, him 3 tackles and Rashford shot on target at 3.25.
Boom! He could have had a hat trick as well, couldn't he, against Preston?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I was too. Oh, no, actually, I wasn't in Slumber. I was out for Mother's Day lunch actually. So that was a lie.
You classy act. I've only got 2 more bets left. Well, I've got 2 more games. I'm going back in on Coney. Not obviously any time's too short, but I have had that. And he's shortening. His goal score price is shortening. It's generally 6.5 at the minute to score a brace. I've had half a point on that, and the hat trick is 40 to 1 with Betfred. I've had a quarter of a point on that. He's just really good. He weren't that good at the weekend, but Wickham are like really short odds on to win, and they're odds on to score 2+ goals against Shrewsbury. Rock bottom, manager's just fucked off, hasn't he? Even though he came in to save the season.
Takeover's been cancelled.
Takeover's been cancelled. They lost 4-1 in the reverse, and I don't think Wickham have lost in any of the 28 games against sides 10-4 below. They've won 19, drawn 9. They are flat track bullies. So yeah, back in the top goal scorer in the league to score 2 or 3 goals. I just think it's worth it.
Oh, imagine he gets 3. Like, not only would that be unreal for the pod, but a bit of breathing space because Stansfield just hasn't scored for ages. But all it take is just he's still 2 ahead. But Godden's now fucking flying.
Yeah, he's
So
flying.
and I'm shitting it now.
Is Stansfield back fit? Is he back playing?
He got subbed after like 70 on Saturday.
Kilman as well. He won't go away. Little
Who?
bastard. Charlie Kilman.
Oh yeah, the Leighton Orient one. Yeah.
He keeps scoring. Luckily for us as well, he does not take pens because if he took pens, he'd be right in the fucking race.
Yeah. And if Stansfield didn't take pens,
yeah, would be clear. Bloody hell! I didn't realise Stansfield were back. Yeah, Conan, get that trick. That'd be ideal. Where do we go next?
well, I've got 3 non-league, so you might as well do your final EFL one.
Yeah, fine. It's a bit of a punt. Barnsley Exeter. Fabian Jallo started away at. Who did they play? Wigan. He's a good player. Far too good for the level. I don't know where they got him from. I'm gonna
Academy, isn't he? He's only about 17.
But he came from
Portuguese.
Portugal. Yeah. Was he at like Benfica or something? And then his family moved here.
Fucking hell! Imagine moving from Lisbon to fucking Barnsley.
I know. God bless.
You'd resent your parents. So unless there's some outstanding circumstances, and then I'll look like a dick. But just Lisbon to Barnsley is not ideal.
Yeah, it's Wikipedia. Was playing for Benfica, moved to England in 2019, signed a professional contract with Barnsley at the age of 16, won the Academy Player of the Year that season, scored 27 goals in all competitions, made his senior debut August last year, I think. They beat. Oh, he became the 6th youngest player in the club's history. He scored his first professional goal away at Donny in the FL Cup. I think he's only got 2 goals for Barnsley first team in the league. He barely started any games, but he's just so good. He's so highly regarded. Do a bit of work at Barnsley, and they fucking love him. Hurahan's took over. He's a bit more. Well, you know what it was like as a player. He's like that as a manager. He loves his passes and his quality players. So there were a lot of clamour for Jallo to start at the weekend, and he did. He came in at the expense of Luca Connell and Adam Phillips, and they're 2 ever-presents, usually brilliant players as well. So he might not play, but I think he's 15-4 with 365. So if he doesn't, it'll just get voided. But it's one of them. I did something similar with Ndai like there's so much clamour about him behind the scenes. The stats don't really back it up, but they're that good. The quality is going to show when they play. So yeah, sorry.
I
What were you
think Phillips and Connor are two players that might not be there next season, and I think I think Jallo will be a pivotal player for them next season if he stays, and I think he's preparing for that. So I can see him playing because they've got no chance to play off now, do they?
No.
So I can see Hurahan sort of building a team around Jallo. So yeah, it's good to get in early whilst his stocks are like this.
Oh yeah, well that was the other thing is he was 6-1 to score at the weekend. Obviously that was just some playing away from home tax. What is he 15-4 this weekend? That's with 365. I'll just load it up quickly because he is a striker, and I don't think he's being priced as one to be honest. Um, yeah, Adam Phillips is 3-1 for this weekend, by the way. But William Hill got Jallo 2-1. Bet Victor got him 2-1. Coral got him 2-1. Betway got him shorter. So yeah, I think 365 dropped a bit of a bollock with this sort of price, but we shall see. What is it next? Non-leaguers.
Yep, I got 3 for non-league, so 1 for every National League game.
Save your favourite till the last.
Yeah, I was going to do that as well.
Smart.
So first one is Aldershot versus AFC Fylde. AFC Fylde to win at 5.5. Since the weekend results, Aldershot got battered 4-0 after an unreal run, and we had Aldershot to win. So that went well. And Fylde lost to Yeovil, who were out of sorts. Fylde are now 4 from safety. A lot to play for. Aldershot, after that loss, and Tamworth and Southend and all that winning, no chance of playoffs, really. They're like 10 away, I think, with 7 games to go. No chance of relegation. But they have Saturday home to Woking, biggest rivals, FA Trophy semi-final. So chance to go to Wembley. Aldershot have never ever been to Wembley, and a lot of the narrative around the Aldershot Woking game is Woking have won the FA Trophy the most amount of times in history. Aldershot have never been to Wembley, and it's a sort of thing that Woking always take the piss out of Aldershot for. So Aldershot will have extra narrative to win in front of a crowd, and as I said, with nothing to play for, I can see Widringham just going midweek, like just rotating. They've got a lot of youngsters there, and I can see a lot of them playing. The stats don't back it, but yeah, I'm on AFC Fylde to win at 5.5 purely because they're fighting for their lives, and I can see it being a heavily rotated Aldershot team. So that's the first one. Next, speaking of Woking, I've gone Woking Rochdale, Harry Beautyman to score at 7. We were saying before, for someone called Beauty Man, he's not as beautiful as he should be. I was expecting a model, but he's not. I know I'm not one
Great
to talk.
name.
Yeah, I know I'm not one to talk, but yeah, he should be better looking than he is. And it's Woking a bit of shit in front of goal, Rochdale a bit defensively good and shit in front of goal. It's going to be a very low scoring game. It's a sort of game I could just see a late box crasher winning it, which Beautyman is, or a penalty. So yeah, he's 7 to score, and he's got 9 goals in 33 this year. So I think that's quite a good price for a team at home. He's on penalties, and yeah, 7's just, for me, is just a standout price in that game. It's a game that's going to be shit and boring. And I think someone like him could make the difference. And finally, my favourite bet, I think, for months, based on the price and everything. I disturbed Scott on his Tenerife holiday, messaged him this, and he loved it. He was a big fan of this after I sent it to him, so it's always good. Wildstone versus Boston United. Rowe to score at 17. Could be destiny. He scored in his last game and has 6 for the season. I was watching the highlights just to sort of reaffirm my pick. His goal came from a long throw. It just absolutely, if you check it out after, it just pelted into the box. It's like unbelievable header, just ran. And he's obviously the main target. He's come from far, and it's unbelievable header. And that was his 6th for the season. So already someone's 6 in about 39 games, I think. It's already a juicy price, this. And yeah, obviously I watch a lot of non-league football, but I wasn't aware that Boston have a long throw, so they've got that added long throw and set piece threat, sort of like how Tamworth. And I'll oppose Gateshead. We have done in recent weeks a lot for set pieces, and Wilton are the same. In recent weeks, on the weekend, Fagan Walcott scored for York. Fran Salai, I think that's his name, for Eastleigh, scored a brace. Adebayo Rowling, the defender, scored his only goal of the season. for Rochdale against them. Domi and Stewart both scored for Ebbsfleet. Cousin Dawson scored his only goal of the season for Yeovil against Wildstone. Whitmore from Solihull. Bootin for Eastleigh scored his only goal, and all of them are defenders. And all of these games are since December. So Wildstone have real issues defending set pieces, and with Gyro already, it's not like we were on like someone like Hollis who didn't have the best record. Gyro already has a good record, so that combined with Wildstone's defensive woes, I think 17s is massive. So big fan of that.
It's massive. Right, that's that. We have combined for a 1x2 Trixie the pod bet 83.6 with Bet365, and you get the sweet early payout. It's me, Fulham, Matthew Filed, and we've just chucked Stockport in there. We've both had them elsewhere. They're shade of even money to be nothing to play for Stevenage, so it takes the double from 40s to 80s, obviously, because it's even money. So if the two shorter price teams get a result, it's about a 10, 11 to 1 payout. I'll double check it, but I think it's worth doing. So, yeah. Fulham, Filed, Stockport. That's everything.
But how much are we having? How much are we having on it?
700 points, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think? Half a point.
Is it what for Trixie total?
Yeah, or a point.
We might as well just have a point total, Trixie.
Fine. Right, point on that. Yeah, good shout. I would have forgot about that. Right, that's everything. Before we go, can you recap us your bets, please?
Yep, so Arsenal Fulham, I've gone Willian, 2 shots at 3.4. Bet 365. Forest United, Anderson 2 fouls, gone out to 2 shots on target. That is 11s with 365. Brighton Villa, Rashford shot on target and Minter 3 tackles at 3.25. Then for non-league, I've gone Harry Beautyman to score for Woking against Rochdale. AFC Foul to beat Aldershot at 5.5. And Gyro to score at 17s for Boston United against Wildstone.
Nice. I've gone Fulham to beat Arsenal, 8-1 Bet Victor, point. Wycombe Shrewsbury, Kone, Brace, Kone, hat-trick. Brace is 11-2, half a point on that, generally, that price. And then the hat-trick is 40-1 with Betfred, quarter of a point on that. And then Fabian Jallo, Barnsley v Exeter to score any time, 4.75 with Bet365, half a point on that. Void if he doesn't play. And then we've done a pod bet, a Trixie, 1x2, Fulham, Filed and Stockport all to win, 83.6 to 1 with Bet365 point on that. Right, that's everything. We'll probably be back for the weekend's football, Thursday or Friday or something. Best of luck with all your bets until then, and we'll catch you on the Flippity Flip.